The deadly school shooting in Texas once again has left so many parents grappling with how to explain gun violence to their children, especially young children. How do you convince kids to go back to school if they are afraid they might question their safety of being inside of school or any other public places? The not-for-profit, the Greenwich House here in the city, has a program called the Children's Safety Project. It was created in 1987 to provide counseling and other support services to children and families who have been affected by sexual abuse and other violent crimes. It has since expanded to include other traumatic events and losses, including gun violence. Joining us now is Cecilia Land. She is a clinical social worker with this project. So great to have you with us this morning. Such a tough conversation to have, but certainly an important one. We do appreciate it. Overall, Cecilia, let's start with the overall good rule of thumb when it comes to trying to speak to young kids about gun violence.
Well, children are going to follow what they're going to see what's going on with their parents. So they're going to take their cues from their parents. So it's really important that children they're overseen with what's going on, what they're seeing online and what they're seeing in the news and hearing from their friends. Mm-hmm. So parents can talk to them about that.
How open and honest, Cecilia, should parents be with their kids? How do you balance that in terms of also trying to protect and make sure they don't see and hear too much?
Parents can, it's really important to follow what children are asking. And you can follow their cues on with that. And you can answer those questions specifically. And you can gently ask them questions as well.
Yeah. Obviously, this school shooting in Texas, some kids, some parents even may be afraid to go back into a school. How do you convince a child, how do you talk to a child who may be afraid to go back into a school building or any other public place?
I think it's really important for parents to let them know that they have their children in mind and that they're thinking about them, and that you can provide maybe something that they can take with them from home or from their parents, so that if they are feeling scared, they can, reach into their pocket and, feel what they have in their pocket, and it can be reassuring to them.
And Cecilia, tell us about some of the techniques and the work that you do there with the Children's Safety Project and some of the things that you see there that could perhaps help some parents at home as well.
Well, it's really important that parents allow their children to be able to express their feelings, and the language of children is through play and art. And so it's very important that, parents give their children that opportunity to be able to express their feelings with those things, and that parents can provide their favorite foods for children. They can just provide, like I said, an opening and space for them to be able to express their feelings and to let them know that their feelings are okay. There's nothing wrong with their feelings.
And so say, what about a child who is not saying anything? Is that a sign is that sort of a red flag too? Should the parent then approach the child and open up the discussion?
Yes, I mean, that's a sign that they're feeling withdrawn. And if that behavior were to go on extensively or, for a longer period of time and it doesn't get resolved, that's when you could seek out professional help.
Good to point out. And we should point out, Cecilia, that the Greenwich House holding 2 virtual sessions next week, specifically because of what happened in Texas, for people here in New York who want to reach out and kind of join the conversation. Tell us about that and how important these conversations will be next week.
Those are going to be 2 panel discussions with various professionals from Greenwich House, and it's going to allow people to ask questions and, just be able to have a conversation. And that is what is most important, especially with children, and, to keep in mind that their language is play and art, and that they don't use words all the time. So again, going back to being able to let them express their feelings through those 2 venues.
Again, very important information, and if parents want to join that conversation, more information at greenwichhouse.org. Cecilia Land, thank you so much for your time, and again, for speaking to us about something that is so important, but again, it could be very difficult for some parents.
Yes, and I thank you very much. And I just want to say it's really important for parents to also instill a sense of hope at this time for their children as well. But thank you.
Good to point out. Thank you, Cecilia.
Thank you.